Great. Okay. Well, I won't try and summarize everything that we've heard today. It would be impossible and way beyond my capabilities to do so. But I have to say, I've been really inspired by what I've heard. And I hope you, watching this, participating in this, have learned a lot from today, have enjoyed it, have had the chance to put your questions, to feed in views, have things that you can take away back into your professional and personal practice from this conference. We haven't done a national conference like this for 3 years, and although, as we said right at the beginning of the day, as Joe said, we would very much have wanted to be here with you all in person. I think we've still had a fantastic day despite the restrictions that COVID imposes on us, and we've had some really interesting, important and valuable discussions. There are evaluation forms for you to fill out. We'd be really grateful if you did those. At the Early Intervention Foundation, of course, we believe, really strongly, our whole mission is about bringing the evidence base to bear on early intervention in children's lives, to really find out what works, to find out what doesn't work, to bring that evidence to inform policy making. Research isn't everything. Policymakers have lots of things they have to contend with, to think about when they make decisions. Context is important, of course, too. But evidence about what works is really critical, so that we can fund the things, we can support the things that are really going to change young people and adults' lives. We have a very strong evidence base at the Early Intervention Foundation. We put that into our guidebook, we put that into our evidence syntheses, into lots of our research and reports. And where there are gaps, we can identify them and begin to start filling them out. Not just about interventions and programs, but also, as Donna Malloy was saying, about structures of inequality, of poverty, of systemic racism, the inequalities and the forms of injustice that we can and should do more to tackle. They're really important too. And when we discuss these issues, it's not just the perspective of researchers, important as that is, but also of yourselves as practitioners, as policy makers, as professionals, and of course, the perspectives of children and families themselves that we need to bring to bear. And when we look forward to next year, we look forward to a recovery from this awful pandemic, and we want that recovery to be one that puts early intervention, that prioritizes early support and help at its heart. And as we heard in our last panel, we've got a really important spending review coming up next year, and we at the Early Intervention Foundation will be putting the evidence case, working with our partners in central government, in local authorities, in the charitable sector, in the universities across the country, to mobilize that evidence base for making a difference in policy and getting those services and that support funded. So that's a big agenda for us next year. I hope that you will stay in touch with our work, that you'll sign up to receive all of our updates, that you'll keep in touch with us in 2021. And it just finally rests to me to say a huge thanks to Miriam and Mark for organising this day. You at home won't know the names of Miriam and Mark, I don't suppose, but I do, and I can see them here, and I want to give them really big thanks for doing such a wonderful job in organising today's conference. So thank you, Miriam, and thank you, Mark. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you again to all of our speakers for their contributions today. It's been a fantastic day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Thank you for your contributions. And as I say, keep in touch with us in 2021. Thanks very much.